And now inside the State House, it is budget season in Illinois, and the clock is ticking down. Lawmakers need to decide on a budget before the end of May. Fox Illinois' Emily Jordan is breaking down predictions on what this year's budget will look like. Emily?
I spoke to Professor Emeritus of Political Science Kent Redfield, who says this year's budget may be controversial. Redfield says although Illinois has fixed capital, there haven't been many hard choices made by lawmakers. He says this year's process will bring those difficult conversations to the surface.
As much uncertainty as this, I don't think they have any choice except to pass something that looks prudent, conservative, and avoids as much as possible the prospect of coming back and having to do a massive rewrite of the state budget.
Redfield predicts that due to national federal cuts, Governor Pritzker will look to accommodate for less national support. Because of those cuts, Redfield says lawmakers will be reluctant to pass anything that brings big changes or big dollar signs. I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thank you, Emily. Redfield predicts that although the budget will be done in time, there will be a lot of unhappy people. And last year's budget was passed following a near all-nighter and came after the spring session had already been adjourned. It took 3 rounds of voting to reach the required votes to pass the budget, which was worth over $53 billion. And one of the bills that we are watching closely is a bill proposed following the death of Sonia Massey. The bill would allow Sangamon County to perform a recall of an elected official. It is currently being debated in the House. Another bill proposed in the wake of the tragedy was a bill that would change hiring practices within the state of Illinois. That one has been sent to the governor's desk. Welcome back. Now inside the State House, lawmakers are still in the process of approving a new budget for this year, with the May 31st deadline looming. Fox Illinois' Emily Jordan breaks down how a state budget gets passed. Emily?
Professor Emeritus of Political Science Kent Redfield says although we could pass a budget with a deficit, Governor Pritzker plans on passing a balanced budget. Redfield tells me if Governor Pritzker has any issues with this year's budget, he has to be specific about those criticisms when he sends it back to the General Assembly. This is also where Governor Pritzker can introduce changes he wants made and see if lawmakers will agree.
I want this out, and you have to override my veto with a constitutional majority, or he can say, I'm okay with this, but we're spending too much money. And normally these are worked out, so it's all right. There's no drama.
In that case, the House and the Senate would need to agree to Pritzker's changes or get a supermajority vote to outrule him. Democrats currently hold a supermajority in the state legislature. The budget can be passed with additional deficits. I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thank you, Emily. Pritzker has said before he plans on vetoing any broad-based tax increases this year to account for extra revenue. And last year's budget was passed following a near all-nighter and came a few hours after the spring session was supposed to end on May 31st. While the budget was approved after debate, it took 3 rounds of voting to reach the required votes on a revenue bill tied to the budget. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more videos from Fox Illinois.